obviously, I'm back with another video, and that, you know, like, what I'm hearing it, you know, like, I can't do this introduction thing on a serious thing. Like, I actually can't. Like, I try in it, and you know, like, we moving it, we actually gotta move it. But if you're new to my channel, if you haven't subscribed, like, if you're just passing by, subscribe, like, watch, you know, stay tuned. Yeah, so today I'm coming to you lot with a story time. You know, like I said to you lot, like, if you lot have been here, if you're part of the Nini City Squad, like, you know, we haven't really come with a name, I don't really know, but you know, if you're just here, like, obviously, you know, I said my story times are gonna be to get out things that, like, I felt like messed up my life in some way or another, or like could have affected my life, or like things I just need to let go of, you know. Like, we'll use this as like a therapy sort of, like, I'm my own counselor sort of like platform. Yeah, so we moving it now. Boy, this story time, it's not really like a story time, like, it's weird, isn't it? Like, it's not, I'm like, man's gonna chat to you like I'm chatting to my friends, isn't it? Like, because like, I can't really just, you know, like, I didn't enjoy this YouTube thing when I just used to, like, put on the camera and, like, think, oh my god, I'm talking to people that I can't see. Like, I thought it was weird. But now, like, I'm talking to you, like, I'm talking to my friends, like, I can actually tell you, like, the story. So I'm gonna do this story time, and yeah, I'm gonna go back a bit. This story time, basically, like, my teacher contacted me on Facebook, innit? And I thought it was weird, but he was my detention teacher, like, you know, internal exclusion, when you're bad, you can't be in no class, no lessons, that sort of thing, innit? He messaged me, but, like, for you not to understand, like, okay, the reason I'm doing this story time is I need to understand, I need to think, like, explain to my mind, deep this, get this out, and I need to actually understand whether my teacher was a paedophile. Now, it's fucked to say, but realistically, like, it's not okay for your teacher to be putting their hand on you, be doing all of this, like, you okay, like, trying to hug you and, like, touch your leg, like, that's not okay, do you get it? But at the time, I didn't deep it. Like I've said to you lot before, if you go and watch my previous videos, I don't deal with things and I don't deep things when they're happening. Do you get it? Now I've grown up and I'm thinking about life, and I'm just looking at life and I'm thinking about my life and myself. I'm like, raw. My teacher contacted me. He inboxed me. Now we'll call it DM on Instagram, but he inboxed me on Facebook. Not just inboxed me, he inboxed me and asked me for my BBM pin. Do you remember BBM? Bing, bing, bing. He asked me for the pin for my BBM. Now, firstly, like, I've been excluded from the school. Like, I no longer attend the school. This was even like a good 2 years later. So, like, why do you remember me, firstly? Secondly, like, why did you go out of your way to contact me? And third, like, I'm a small girl, you know. Like, I wasn't even 16 at this stage, so, like, bear in mind, I went to Akron Burley from year 7 up until year 9. So that's the period I was in school with this guy, do you get it? Now, like, I'm trying to understand if he's a paedophile, do you get it? Because at the time, he said a lot of things and moved in a way where he tried to, like, make me, like, be a part of him, make me feel comfortable around him, because I was bare antisocial, you know. Like, I wasn't one of them young kids that, like, just go and say hi to anyone. You don't need to tell me to chat to strangers. I don't want to chat to you anyways. Like, what? So when he used to do all of this, don't worry, do you know, like, I would get in trouble. Okay, we're gonna start from school now, because I need to explain to you. In school, I was bad, didn't it? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and form and lie and chat shit in it. Like, I used to get in a lot of trouble. Like, trouble to the point where I was in internal exclusion. Some people call it ER. Some people call it exclusion. What else do people call it? Suspension wing. Yeah. Just those sort of things, innit? Cool. I was in that, in isolation, them kind of things, innit? I used to be in those places a lot. I'm not proud of it, but we move in it. Cool. So when I was there a lot, there was this specific teacher that was his job. Like, everybody in the school knew that was his job. You know, like, you've got them teachers, like, that do English, science, those sort of things. No, his job was internal exclusion teacher, and he was also a assistant on the playground and in the dinner hall. Where was this? He was active field in library, in the playground. Like he was just like
he would do teaching assistant cover. So like if a teaching assistant went in, he sometimes
he would literally cover like teaching assistants and stuff like that, and he would just like be in the classroom in it and like be helping and stuff. But the way he was, was very like touchy, very like, you know, like your teacher will come to you and say, oh, do you need help with your work? But he will come over you, be like, do you need help with your work? And he'll be there. He'll be like, he'll be over your head. His neck would be like in between the bit of your neck, and his hand would be like a bit over your shoulder, like it was a whole thing. Now you see that at the time I didn't deep it, because you know those things are things that I wouldn't even allow. Like my friends wouldn't even just stop coming and putting their head behind my neck. Like that's like bare personal. And at the time I thought, raw, like, was this only me that felt like this? And because he used to like try to make me feel special, innit? Like, you know, like teachers, I used to get in trouble because I used to leave school a lot, innit? Now, when I used to get in trouble, like, at first when I used to get in trouble, we used to be like, oh, we're cool, innit? Like, but I used to get in trouble when I used to be in internal with this guy all the time. And sometimes, I'm not gonna, a lot of the time, it was me and my man in internal. Like, there's times where it would be me and him for the whole day. There's times that it would be me and him for the majority of the day, because the way internal exclusion worked, not everyone would be in internal exclusion for a week or for 2 weeks or for 3 days. Some people be in internal exclusion for one period, or just for what's this thing called that when you go on classroom break, playtime, you know those things. Some people just be there, like, so I had a lot of, like, there was a lot of times where, and the kind of person I have been and always have been, I've always been very anti, like I said. So it got to a point when it started to get a bit uncomfortable. When I would feel like, when I would go in there, it would just be me and him. And now I'm deep in it, and it's a bit irritating because he's still manipulating in a weird way. Like, I would leave school. How? Because he would allow me to go to the toilet, or allow me to go out and walk when I wasn't allowed to do that. Why? Because you're meant to be in internal exclusion for the whole fucking day. Do you get it? But you know, like, now I'm deep in these little privileges and things that I wasn't allowed to do that he was letting me do, which eventually got me in trouble because you're not allowed to leave school. Do you get it? He didn't tell me, here, go and leave school, but he allowed me to leave detention and go and do things which he knew I wasn't allowed to do, and would say things like, it's our secret, don't say anything. And like, I just used to think, calm, he's safe. Do you get it? I just think he's a pattern guy, like he's a gangster. Like, you know when we joke about, oh, he's a G, like he's got me, like he's my guy, innit? Like my guy, and my teacher, like pattern teacher. But when I deeped it, that's not okay. Like, that's kind of favoritism, and you don't do that. And when I like calmed down and thought, like, let me just see if anyone, like, after I got DM'd on Facebook, I was a bit like, this was 2012, I think, yeah, and I'd like finished school, and I was a bit like alarmed, and I was like, why is my teacher messaging me? And he never messaged me on his Facebook page. But he said it was him or something. Like, there was something that allowed me to know it was him. And I was just like, and I think I just said something like, hi, like, why are you messaging me or something? And he must have replied something weird, like, oh, I just wanted to make sure you're okay. Oh, wow, you've grown, you look so beautiful. And then he disappeared. Then another Facebook page messaged me. He had like a few Facebook pages. So I remember I spoke to my friend, Natalie. So, like, I spoke to Natalie and I said, T, like, you know that teacher from internal? She was like, yeah, the black guy, like, with the glasses, the black guy, da, da, da. I was like, was he, like, ever weird with you? Like, she was like, he was like,
my thing in school was I was always observing everything. So, like, more or less everything that she went through, I was there during. And I was literally just a bystander. Like, I would never really say much. And I fully observed him being a bit the only way my mum calls it is like pally pally. I don't know how
Yeah.
other way to say it, but like he'll be really pally pally with all of the black. There was always the black people, and then like with just wanting to be like, you could tell like he wanted to be cool. So
and be
inside,
a part of it.
yeah. So inside that wanted to be cool, wanted to be a part of it. It was always just being a bit too close. And like he was always just a bit like he was never inappropriate or anything with me. I could never ever say that, but like just things like we're all talking and you turn around, his head's there too. Like, you know, like little things like that, like, hi, imagine, like, you know, this.
And no other teacher did that. No, let's
No
think
other
about.
teacher
Did
did
any other teacher get that close to you?
No.
Like, he wouldn't get close to you where
there was
you'd be like, "Do you need help?" and he'd be like this.
Yeah, he would violate like the teacher pupil boundaries, I guess. So like little things like and I know I've spoken to a lot of my male friends about this. Like they will get it with female teachers. Like they'll come behind you and like rest their breast on your head. But obviously, man didn't have breast in it, so it's kind of just like a bit like you're just a bit too close to me.
Okay, like from when I can, there was times where he would come up to my internal and be like, "Are you okay?" But from when I can feel the grain of where you shit on my skin, and I remember being so young and finding it so cringe because even when my dad used to shave and hug, I gotta move. So for some random guy I don't know, my teacher to be coming to do close action, skin to skin. Nah, that one was weird. That one was not okay. And he was like in the playground. He was very always like he used to do things to like try and get people on their own and say things to try and get people on their own. Like I remember there's even a time you said to me, he said to you like, "Oh, what are you doing? Do you want to come and help me?" Something like he was one of these teachers that used to ask if you're gonna be involved in helping him.
Yeah,
because the moment you was round him, you felt a thing that was like
I wouldn't not be around you. Yeah,
yeah, like what, like there was. At first I didn't deeper, but you know because I've always been a vibes babe. I can't stand certain vibes, can't stand you. If you've got certain, that's it, me, you can't. And it got to a point where I didn't want to be in my detention. I didn't want to be in class because this guy was weird. His vibe was weird. There's a point where I was even thinking, you know how internal exclusion at Bernadette pissed me off was the darkest place. It was like a fucking prison.
I said this in
fuck
my video.
with me. It was like a prison. Are you dumb? Like
there was bars.
There was bars. Are you dumb? So you're telling me I'm in a fucking dark place with a teacher, bars on the window, the door's closed. You can't really come out unless he opens it more time.
Yeah.
Telling
the
me
lock was high up. That place was really fucked.
It's only fun when there is bare of you in there and you're chatting, and more time he will come and try and segregate everyone from talking. And then they now did one fucked up thing in internal. I was like, yes, like when they put cubicles, it was like bars. It was like prison. Are you fucking?
And they have numbers.
Oh, do you remember?
So when you came in the morning, if like
say not go to number 2,
you're in number 2 today, you're number 4 today, you're number 5.
So when he's doing all that fucked up shit, no one's seen it, and like you know, like I can't say he was a paedophile, but I don't think he did. I don't think he was right. Like he would literally like say this is my leg. He'll come up to me and be like, "Oh, you okay? Like, don't worry, teacher." And I would find it weird. So I would move my leg and just like, or like I'll do something so his hand, me, would not be like. He used to make me feel dirt. Like he used to make me feel uncomfortable. Like you know, like at the time I didn't know why I felt like that. Do you get it? But I just felt like you should not be this close to me. You shouldn't feel so comfortable to be. Maybe especially because. You know, like my dad, Scott, you know me, my dad loves me, innit? But my dad still always be like, even when my dad gives me a hug, okay, bye. It's not when I'm. So I never felt like any other man should be getting
the affection felt weird.
The things like you can leave detention. I won't say things. Our secret. That our secret thing is what's making me now think. Why was it our secret? Why was it? Everything was secret. Like even when he would say to me. Oh, like it was time he got me chocolate and he brought the chocolate in. Yeah, that. And I remember him saying, "Eat this." Like, don't worry, not much of the day to go left. Like most people are gonna go. He was like, everyone will be out by lunchtime. This person is gonna go after the first thing, and they'll go for it was first break.
Yeah.
They'll go for first break. They just can't be in that specific. I think it was RE or something. They couldn't be like. You know when your teachers are telling you things about other students that you should not know. So like I knew why other students were in internal, and he was doing things like, "Oh, your hair looks so pretty," and I used to be like, And especially when I see braids, I'm like, oh, braids look so nice on you. You know, you pick and drop in it.
Yes.
He's like, braids look so nice on you. I like the way it's only a little bit of braid there, and the rest of it just falls down. Oh, this looks so nice. And the time I did one other colour, you know, to do some experimenting thing. I think it was like red or something like that. And he was like, this looks so beautiful. And he touched my arm. This looks so nice. And he would like tuck my hair behind my ear. Like, it was dirty. Oh, I feel dirty. I feel sick thinking about this. That's actually like, nah, like, you know, like, as I'm saying all of this, I'm thinking, in a real life, my uni teacher could not touch me like that, or my fucking, like, I would bug out. You know, like, I'm deep in it, and I'm thinking, at the time, man didn't bug out. I didn't deep it because I was young. He used to say things like, oh, it's fine, it's just us here, you know. But like, my teacher was just weird, didn't it? And like, the point of this whole thing was, I just wanted to know if he was a paedophile. Like, do you think he was a paedophile? Like, because
I definitely feel like there's a possibility that you weren't the only person he was talking to in this, and moving with in this inappropriate way.
When he, like, the second time he messaged me on Facebook was March 2012. I'll put the stuff there, innit? Now, when he messaged me, it was just like a hi thing. But because of the way the profile picture was, it was very similar to the old one. I had a weird feeling it was him, but I wasn't sure. Now, when I beat and I knew 100% it was him, because everyone knows my govs have never been out there on like a baiting, especially at this time. My govs was the other one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. So, like, that's the one that everyone could say they knew. But this one, you have to be my teacher to come and fucking message me and say this. What is your name? The message will be there. You will just not know my name. I was like, LOL, why not? At the time, like, I put bare laughing faces. I laughed at it. I engaged in the conversation.
No.
And he was my teacher. I knew him. But it was just like, why is my teacher messaging me? And I knew it was my teacher because he messaged me. I said he messaged me before, so I knew it was him. Do you get it? And then, like, I was like, why not? He now said, oh, okay. Then he did, I don't know what this was at the time, ... V. And then he did the, you know, the cheeky emoji.
Purple
the
smiley
purple
devil
smiley devil emoji. He now said, what you up to? The devil emoji is what I was a bit like. Because the messages before, he messaged me, and, okay, that was a message after where he was saying things about, like, sucking my pussy and stuff. That's when I got very, whoa. This now became a whole thing. Because 2012, how old was I?
We were 16.
I just turned 16. And I remember at the time, he was doing that annoying thing. There was that thing that Facebook had. Or was it nudge, poke? He was doing all those things. And those are times when I had Facebook on my laptop, and that was the thing, it was on my computer, and it would be like, it was an active, you know how you got Instagram on your phone now? There was no one formed. There was a time where Facebook was an active part of our everyday destinies and lives.
If you had Farmville,
you had Facebook. Farmville, Candy Crush, done. Bubble Saga Witch. No, Bubble Witch Saga, innit? Cool. Moving up, seeing me. After that whole, like, I'm fine, I thought that was weird. I didn't really think things was that deep until he now inboxed me off another Facebook account, and it had the same symbol, like he had some like weird, you know, like it weren't Pokemon, it was like not Avatar, not that weird, like Naruto. He had a Naruto picture, and he was on them Naruto-y kind of, it was something Naruto-y, and he had that kind of, then he now said, when can I see you? And I thought, how, where, what,
why see you? And I've left school.
That
one is all over.
I left school years ago. Think about it. I left school when I was in year 9.
Yeah.
So you're still thinking about me year 10, 11, 2 years later.
He's actually really gross. That's why you used to cut from internal, innit?
That's why I used to jump out of school. I used to literally jump over the fence, get the black thing on my top, because you're not really allowed to do that. They had anti-climb pace, and then I'll move on and live my life, innit? Now, obviously, I used to get in trouble for that. But however, have you, as a school, looked at who you've got teaching and supporting and being around your actual children? No. And you know what, yeah? Let me tell you something. Parents need to fucking tell their child. You know why? Because all we know is safeguarding outside. Safeguard your fucking children at school. Me, with him, I used to feel like he would say things like, okay, let's say like I got in trouble for, let's say, fighting. And I'll be like, oh, imagine Mr. Stokes. Because my teacher would be telling me, oh, you know these children, they don't like you, they're just scared of you. And he'd be like, it's okay because, you know, us black people stick together. You know why? Because we don't even like the white people. Me, I'm just here to get my job. I'm just here to get my money, to work, you know. I actually, like, I care about you. It's me and you in this together. Like, that's why we're here together. That's why we're all together. Like, I wouldn't even be working if it wasn't for kids like you. You know, like, come on, like, don't worry about it. And you do things like this, and I'd be thinking, my face would be like that. Again! Because I wasn't, like, you know me, don't touch me. I was not, I've never been, even till now, don't touch me. What are you doing? Yeah. Even when people like, stop. Even when she's my friend and she hugs me, I'm like, okay, it's enough now. Let's chill. Let's stop.
I thought hugged that with her.
So when he was doing all these strange things, I was like, but he used to always make it feel like it's because he was my teacher, and he used to try and make it feel like it was safe.
He was really mentally manipulating you.
I know. That's far. Even at the time, he even told me if I told my dad if I spoke, and I was just like, why? It's not that deep. Because at the time, I know now I'm older. I'm 23. I'm deep in life, and I've deep life. At the time, I was 16. I was thinking, is it not just my teacher messaging me? What's my own? I'll just. I better go. I don't have time. I'll ignore you. Do you get it? And eventually, ignoring, turned to him. He disappeared.
Yeah,
do you get it?
Thank God.
But it happened. He was there on my case for months.
Yeah,
he was activated. He was on this like. Nah, that was weird.
Is there anything that you want to say to anybody that is maybe young and in school or in college right now and feels like they can relate to some of the things that you've described about this guy's only advice you give them?
The only advice I can give you is, if you don't feel comfortable, it's not comfortable. If you don't feel safe, it's not safe. If you feel like it doesn't feel right, then it's not right. Like, follow your instincts, you get it. And I'm not gonna sit here, and I don't want to be one of them people to say, go and tell the teachers, because teachers don't always back you. You don't always feel comfortable to tell your teachers. But tell someone, whether it's your mum, whether it's your dad, whether it's your best friend, whether it's your best friend's mum, whether it's your best friend's brother. Tell somebody that is over the age of 16 that can speak up on your behalf. Because if I could go back and speak about that man, I would, because I pray to God. God sees my heart when I say this. I hope there's nobody that was affected by him. Like, when I say affected, if anyone's affected the way I was, I'm sad and I'm sorry, girls. Like, I'm sorry we went through that. But I just pray that man did not put his hand on any fucking child. Like, I hope he did not sexually assault anyone. Because you see the way he moved, the way he behaved with me, there was, like, you know, like, when I was wearing, like, boob tube tops, you know, boob tubes were in at the time. There's times where you'll be putting your hand there. That one is close enough to putting your hand in my bra. You understand? There's time where his hand did slip in. And it's a thing where he did, oh, sorry. Like, oh, sorry, my hand slipped. And so your hand has done this a little bit. You've moved your hand back. Why is it you've now gone to rub the same place you said sorry? Which is why I found him weird. Which is why, like, I don't want to be angry and upset, but what I'm trying to say to you lot is, get help.
Yeah.
Like, get help. Speak to somebody. Don't deal with it on your own. Don't hide it. Don't feel like this is the only teacher, because they will get rid of that teacher. They'll get another teacher. He's not the only teacher. Like, and he's a teacher who will support you and care about your actual mental health and actually care about you as an emotional human being, and not just think, I'm going to just use you and just use you for my manipulation and say whatever I want whenever. No. But, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you guys so much for letting me pour out my heart and just come and do this thing that I do here. I'm going to put Naphtali socials on there. Subscribe, follow, guys, come back. Thank you. Subscribe. She's almost at 200 subscribers with Guy Fit, fam. Come on, guys. I want to get her up to 200. Make sure that you share on all your socials. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Bye. Cool. We moved. This wig looks so